13 things you need to know before you go vegan. Many of us are now embracing a vegan diet. Veganism has strong ethical and environmental arguments favoring a diet free of all animal products. Research from Oxford University found that eliminating all animal products from one's diet was the single biggest strategy to lessen one's environmental footprint. In addition, there are moral objections to eating animals raised in factory farms because of their poor living conditions, and the possibility that they may transmit antibiotic-resistant bacteria to humans. Hey everyone, welcome to Gainz. We give you fitness and nutrition guidance to help you win a better and healthier lifestyle with zero animal products. For a longtime carnivore though, the transition can be daunting. So today, we will see 13 things you need to know before going vegan. If you're still unsure about this decision, watch the video until the end and know that some facts here might blow your mind. Number 1, you are going to need to take a B12 supplement. Because vitamin B12 can only be found naturally in meals derived from animals, you should stock up on a wide selection of foods that have been fortified with B12 and a B12 supplement. As a deficiency in B12 can cause symptoms such as fatigue, weakness, constipation, loss of appetite, weight loss, the unhealthy type, nerve difficulties, and depression, it is essential to maintain the health of the body's nerves and blood cells. B12 also plays a role in the creation of DNA. Ask your physician to take blood from you so you can determine whether or not you need to increase the amount you take in. Number 2, you are not obligated to fight the world for eating animals. You may feel pressure from other vegans to participate in hard-hitting activism, such as demonstrating at slaughterhouses, but you don't have to worry about giving into that pressure, since you don't have to. Even if something isn't your cup of tea, the fact that you are a vegan doesn't change because of that. Although increasing awareness is essential in assisting people in connecting the foods they consume and the lives at risk, there are more successful strategies for social activism. There are many additional ways to get the word out about veganism. It is possible that less confrontational methods, such as showing videos of slaughterhouses in public rather than staging protests, could be just as effective. It is helpful to have supportive chats with open-minded friends and family members. Number 3, your relatives and friends will probably have a lot of questions, and some might be pretty ridiculous. People are susceptible to their diets, especially when you contradict what they have always believed. The most effective strategy for reducing the likelihood of conflict is to make it clear that you are adopting the vegan lifestyle for your own reasons, and that it appears beneficial to you. In other words, you should make everything about yourself, so that no one else will feel the need to justify their decisions. You should be ready to answer a lot of questions that are going to drive you crazy. Like, what is your primary source of protein? This question on your road toward veganism will undoubtedly plague you. When you give up animal products, patience is the only thing you'll find yourself lacking. It can be challenging to find common ground when explaining your new lifestyle to those who don't share it. They will ask specific questions that will drive you crazy, and you will have the sensation that your head will burst with all of the new information you have learned, but that they do not appear to comprehend. Number 4, you will need to locate alternative sources of protein. Every meal should include some form of protein. Proteins are the fundamental elements of life. Upon digestion, they are broken down into amino acids, stimulating the expansion and maintenance of cells. It is recommended that individuals consume at least 0.8 grams of protein per day for every kilogram of body mass. This equates to around 54 grams of protein for a woman who weighs 150 pounds, for example. Foods like natural soy, lentils, beans, quinoa, and seitan are the greatest places for vegans to get their protein. Number 5, vegan doesn't always equal healthy. It is becoming increasingly difficult to maintain a healthy vegan diet in this day and age due to the proliferation of vegan options for fast food and substitutes for meat. A vegan pizza, burger, or cake was impossible to find just a few years ago. However, these sweets are now available almost everywhere. Although they don't include all of those undesirable components found in animal products, they're still not particularly good for you. You don't have to completely refrain from these vegan alternatives because, as the old proverb goes, everything in moderation. But if you want to experience the positive effects of veganism on your health, it's best to limit how frequently you consume them. Instead, it would be best to center your diet around a plant-based whole foods approach that includes fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, and the occasional vegan cake or burger. You shouldn't substitute junk food for things made from animals. If you replace meat with processed foods like white bread, pasta, and other packaged goods, you're setting yourself up for failure on the vegan diet. Number 6, take it easy on the items that are derived from soy. In general, those against soy tend to overestimate its risks, while those who support it tend to emphasize its benefits. Ingesting too much soy-based vegan meat is arguably worse than consuming high-quality animal products. Although experts are still debating the effects of soy on cancer and heart health, one thing is certain: consuming too much soy-based vegan meat is arguably worse because they are sometimes highly processed, which means they include a lot of sodium and preservatives. The soy products miso, tempeh, tofu, edamame, and soy milk are considered the healthiest sources of soy. Number 7, you don't have to make the changes all at once if you don't want to. You won't just miraculously become a vegan one morning when you wake up. If there's effort involved, there should also be time invested. To begin, you should increase the proportion of your diet composed of plant-based foods, while simultaneously decreasing your consumption of animal products, particularly those that are not organic, and more crucially, processed and refined meals. The most important thing is to make adjustments slowly and frequently, to check on how you are doing emotionally. Relax, and know that if you decide to give up all animal products, you won't be the only person doing so. On social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, there is a sizable population of vegans who are available to offer guidance, pointers, and assistance to people who are making the transition to a vegan diet. And that's why we are here. So if this video has been helpful, please leave it a like and subscribe to our channel for more. Now, let's go to the next thing you must know before turning vegan. Number 8, be ready to read the labels on the foods you buy. If you're serious about becoming vegan, you must read food labels and confirm the components in the food you eat. Just because a food product does not blatantly contain animal products does not mean it's fit for a vegan diet. The proteins casein and whey, which are generated from milk, can be found in various cereal bars, bread, and granola. On the other hand, gelatin and tallow, which are obtained from meat, are also known as suet. There is also a food coloring called natural red 4, which is generated from the dried corpses of female beetles and is also known as carmine, cochineal, or cochineal extract. Natural red 4 can also be found under these names. Number 9, you may feel happier. Your decision to stop using animal products will provide joy to more than just the animals. To give only one example, according to research published in the Nutrition Journal in 2012, omnivorous diets contain more neurotransmitter arachidonic acid than vegetarian diets. Arachidonic acid is known to cause neurological alterations that have the effect of lowering one's mood. Number 10, you won't be required to give up any of your go-to dining spots. At the same time that veganism is gaining greater popularity, vegan choices are appearing on the menus of nearly all restaurants. Even if the food item you want to order seems vegan, you should still inform your waiter about any dietary restrictions you have to ensure that no animal products were utilized in the preparation of your meal. Number 11, there's no need for it to be more expensive. Because meat is one of the most costly things in the grocery store, it is one of the easiest ways to save a significant amount of money, even if you're purchasing more products than you have in the past. Veganism critics frequently point to the diet's higher cost as a reason to dismiss it. But there's no necessity for this to be the situation. It's not necessary to purchase alternative vegan items such as dairy-free cheeses and meat replacements to live a vegan lifestyle, despite the fact that these products frequently cost more than their equivalents derived from animals. Instead, fruits and vegetables that are in season, along with grains such as bread, rice, pasta, and canned beans, are among the least expensive things you can purchase, and they are vegan. Consider the dish known as beans on toast, for example. It's a dinner high in nutrients and filled with protein, but it doesn't break the bank at all. Like any other form of diet, veganism may be as inexpensive or as expensive as the individual chooses to make it. Number 12, plants might feed your body's calcium requirements. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, advises individuals between the ages of 19 and 50 to consume at least 1,000 milligrams of calcium daily. Still, preliminary evidence suggests that vegans may be able to get away with consuming less than that amount. According to the findings of a study published in the European Journal, the risk of bone fracture in vegans who ingested at least 525 milligrams of calcium per day was identical to the risk of bone fracture in non-vegetarians who drank an equivalent amount of calcium. The key is eating a variety of naturally calcium-rich foods, such as kale, bok choy, almonds, soybeans, figs, and navel oranges, in addition to calcium-fortified foods such as cereals, plant-based milk, and tofu, made with calcium sulfate. Eating these foods can help ensure that you get enough calcium in your diet. In addition, soy, leafy greens, and most fortified foods are all rich sources of vitamin D, which is essential for the body's calcium absorption. Number 13, you will most likely make a mistake, and that's totally okay. There's no such thing as a perfect vegan. Whether on purpose or not, we've all made mistakes. But that doesn't mean we're any less committed to our vegan lifestyle. Unfortunately, we live in a world that is not mainly vegan. As a result, it is simple to make a mistake or incorrectly conclude that something is vegan based on a cursory examination when it's not. Instead of being hard on yourself about it, just move on and try to learn something from it. Do you feel like you need more information? Don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out this playlist with many more important matters for new vegans or those considering veganism. Click now and I'll see you there.